Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse. Today we are diving into episode 1 of season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last episode, the finale for last season was originally, obviously, as we've talked about before, was going to be the end of the show. Hence the title of the episode was The End. They were uncertain about whether or not the show would continue, so most of our plot threads were wrapped up. I think the only real lingering plot thread that we had that was not resolved by the end of it was Fitz. You know, obviously we witnessed the death of one of them, but since we went back in time and wound up here in a brand new loop, there is a Fitz frozen, waiting to be awoken in the future somewhere out there. And I think the intent here, at least by the end of this, was to go off and figure out where he is and wake him up. That's the only thing I know as far as like what's the threat, what's going to be the plot, the story, or everything else. In regards to where it goes from here, no idea. Unlike previous seasons, I feel like we didn't really have a lot to kind of transition us into this next season, obviously, because they didn't think it was going to be happening. So makes sense. So it really leaves us in unknown territory. Well, you know, it's not the first time, but we have no even hint or perception or whatever of what that might look like. So I'm excited to get into this and see what happens here. With that all said, you guys have let me know that Agent Carter is something I need to at least watch before going into the final season. And for anybody who can kind of keep it up with everything, we just wrapped up season 1 on Patreon, and I'm starting season 2 today, actually. I had these all synced up so that I started a new season alongside each of the shows. So we are right now on Patreon starting season 2 as of this recording. So that is going to be interesting. So we will definitely be done right now for the foreseeable future. That's going to be a Patreon exclusive just because of the logistics surrounding everything around the show and just what it would take to bring that over and stuff like that. So that's over there. And for anybody who's just kind of content being where we're at right here, just know that by the time we get to the final season, I will have already seen all of it. So we'll have that down out of the way. But that said, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, get early access, up to 4 weeks early access, or submit comments, questions, fun facts for me to read at the end of these videos. You can do all that over on Patreon. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on movies or react to each month. We also have a couple movies over there that have yet to make their way over to YouTube. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 1, Missing Pieces. Here we go. Is it just me, or was that one of the longest recaps I think we've had up until this point? Hey, it's my boy. Thank God I did not have to go that long without Fitz. Well, I mean, we don't know yet. He hasn't been woken up yet. He is still frozen after all.
I now must calculate your best chances of survival. An extremely difficult computation, considering the circumstance.
What is hurtling towards him right now? What is that spinning? What the fuck is that? Fuck off! Come the fuck on! Please, why? What is this? What? 1 year later. Eat shit.
Nothing, we're clear.
Don't put your feet up yet. We still gotta put this thing down in unwelcome territory.
We're just out somewhere in the deep space trying to find our boy. For a whole year, though, we've been looking, I guess. I see Jeff's name! How dare you! Deke? 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 I'm sorry, after I said it, I had to keep going, man. Deke?
Violated galactic ordinance and entered Dorilian atmosphere. Prepare to be boarded.
I'm unarmed.
Looking good. I like the new look. The new hairdo.
We're a little desperate for fuel, so we had no choice but to land here.
How do you expect to make payment?
You're gonna give it to me. On the house.
Or she will quake this whole thing to the ground.
Well, that's not how it works here, princess. Who is this girl?
Oh, did he just figure? Yeah, uh-oh. Yo! Got a little bit of an upgrade. Ha! They're just fucking running. She's got herself a reputation out here now. God damn.
Give us what we want and we'll let you live to cry about it. We're looking for someone.
Someone else to shake down or someone you want to eliminate?
We just want to bring him home.
Oh shit, directed by Clark Gregg. You can't get rid of him. He might be, well, we don't know if he's dead. Well, it's a year later. They said days to weeks, so I'm going to assume dead, but you can't keep him away from the show. And I don't feel like we're gonna be without Coulson till the end. I don't know. Then again, I said the same thing about Ward, and then that never came back around. He never really came back either, except for like one little cameo down the road for like 2 episodes. I really did think Ward was gonna be here for the long haul.
Alpha team in position.
Need someone close enough to get there in time. Bravo team.
Bravo team in position.
Got a lot of new faces out here, man.
Charlie team standing by.
Delta team in position.
S.H.I.E.L.D's grown since we left off. So this is our home team, the team back on Earth.
Dialing in. Somewhere in Indiana.
So how many people actually went out looking for Fitz? Just the 4 that we saw?
We're sending coordinates now. Looks like a hark. Move! Move!
God damn. To a barrel roll. Oh, whoa, what the? What is... What the fuck is happening? Ooh. That's the shit I was warning you all about before, episodes ago, when it came to teleportation or, you know, crossing these gaps. You know, if something happens, typically when you're mid-transit, you can just whoop and you're just done like that, just like that. What even happened, and how did it turn the basketball to stone or glass or porcelain, whatever the hell it turned that basketball into? They clearly like came through like a portal or dimensional tear of some kind. Birds were pouring out, but how did it turn the basketball into a wholly different substance? What the hell? Does this have anything to do with us tampering with time, or anything to do with like what we saw at the bottom of the lighthouse with that tear to another world, or what?
In the air now.
And they knew this was happening because they were already on their way here. What the fuck? Damn, okay. Yeah, we've missed a bit in this year, I think.
Yeah, all good.
Oh God, ooh. Do you see how lucky May was right there? Holy shit! Just a little further and that fucking stump would be through her skull. Oh my God.
Director McKenzie will be worried.
He'll be pissed.
Oh God, 2 of them almost got her.
What good is it getting there in time if we don't take this guy down?
I had a clear shot, but then May warned me about the kids, which made it feel a lot less like a clear shot.
Oh, or is this like a particular meta and something that he can do?
And remember, Mac, all you've been talking about for the past 3 days.
Speed.
Getting there.
Was speed. Try to catch the person who's creating all these. I don't even know what to call them.
Okay.
anomalies?
No.
We use that word up last year.
And this is different. And this is reality distorting.
Reality distorting.
At least we have confirmation that it is a person causing this.
Yeah, but we don't know how or who or what he is.
Okay, so, but they've been trying to, so he's been doing this for a while.
This park, as well as the city bus with the holes torn through it, and the lake that froze solid in the middle of the desert.
Oh, God.
They all sit on ley lines, energy lines that crisscross the Earth in a sort of pattern.
Multiple cultures have believed in some version of this.
Oh.
Maybe we can use that to narrow the search, and don't you all look at me like that. You said stupid ideas are welcome. I'm full of them.
But we'd be stupid not to consider anything at this point.
Yes, you would. Thank you, Mac. Thank you. Also, we've dealt with magic shit before. This does not, I mean, they might not have this team here, these newbies, but hell, we dealt with the MCU's fucking Necronomicon, the Darkhold. We've dealt with a demon. We've dealt with ghosts. We've dealt with, yeah, we can entertain the idea of ley lines. Just saying.
Let's get to work. I'm late for my morning check-in.
Who's the boss got to check in with?
His boss.
Who the fuck is his boss?
Take it one step at a time. It's not your job to solve every problem. Your job is to put together a team you trust and then to tell them to take it one step at a time.
What is this?
If you think about everything you're up against all at once, you'll crack.
Oh, thank God. I was like, wait a second. What? Hold on. You can't just drop that, right?
Once he realizes he's a part of something bigger.
Oh, it's the box. It's the box Fury left Coulson. Oh, goddamn. For a second, I was like, hologram, LMD, AI. I mean, kind of all of the above in some weird amalgamous kind of way. Okay. Sorry, I got a little worked up over that.
Still watching those?
I'm hesitant to stop. I'll never be the director Coulson was.
No. You're a different director.
But we still have to settle on a department head.
I'm still working on it.
It's wild, like, how far he's come from when he came, like, to bumping heads, not even wanting to even be in the same room as Coulson before, you know? Like, I love how far everybody's come, man. Oh, shit. I didn't even compute. Oh. What I said more than likely did happen because May was with him to stay with him as long as he was around. I had such the most delayed reaction to that. To seeing her she was out on that mission. She's here with him. I'm gonna be okay.
Hard to believe it's been a year. Glad you got a little time together.
We don't have to talk about it.
We got more than we thought we would.
Hmm. No.
Now, I'm no expert in Derillian anatomy. When I cut into your corpse, I will be.
Oh my God. I'm sure she's just intimidating him, but also, who knows anymore, man?
Our friend's ship was cut in half.
The ship should have been off radar. Undetectable. The half we did find had a manifest.
We've met with every supplier on that manifest.
Someone must have tracked the ship.
I didn't sell traceable fuel.
I'll show you the fuel lines.
What fuel lines?
I bought the broken half of that vessel for parts.
The other half. It's here.
Well, hopefully it's the half that has him in it, and that he hadn't been salvaged, sold off, or whatever. I love the resolve on Simmons' face, though. Yeah, I think it is just the four of them.
Good.
Nice.
You know, your poker face needs work, too.
I need a poker face while fighting?
You always need a poker face.
Agent Keller? He's obviously attracted to you. You should feel free to pursue it. Have a drink with him. No doubt Mac's picking up on it, too, but...
Oh, wait.
You shouldn't have to protect his feelings.
So they...
That's easy to say. How can I not?
Damn.
Look, I tried everything,
I guess
you know.
after everything, you know, like...
He dove into his job 100%, locked himself in that office.
Oh, okay, it's that.
Mac didn't close the doors to avoid distractions. He just closed the doors on me.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's been a year. And if last year's taught me anything, it's that life isn't meant to be lived alone.
Aww.
I don't often give advice, but that's my advice.
Yeah, that was a lot of talking. Are you okay?
That sucks, man. While we have the thought in my head, it sucks. It breaks my heart. But like after everything that happened with the timelines and all of that, I understand it being real messy and real difficult because they both Mac and her landed on completely different sides of that spectrum during that whole ordeal. And then obviously, yeah, there is the responsibility, there is the pressure, there is the, he's thrown himself into the work, into the calls. He doesn't want to disappoint. He doesn't want to let this go to waste. He doesn't want to not, live up to the mantle that, like the Coulson left behind and whatnot. So like, there's just a lot of these things that sadly, I guess it just makes sense that just are working against them. Like she said, though, she was willing to work on it, but Max got too much on his plate at this point. So that sucks. That sucks, man.
Over here.
Please be inside. It's still icy. Fuck you!
At least it's not a dead body.
I mean, I guess that's a plus, but why? Why does it need to be this difficult? And why was Jeff Ward's name in the credits?
There have been stranger theories that prove to be true.
Thank you.
Agent May is on to us.
Oh, there's an us.
I've been playing it pretty cool. She knows?
Suspects. I may be playing it too cool.
So it's not that it was even something that they were thinking of entertaining. They've already entertained.
We'll just take some time.
Because it's wise.
For me. It's for myself. I'm not afraid of Mac finding out.
Well, I am. He is not small.
At least he's honest. You know what? I don't know if I've said this before. You know what would make a great crossover? X-Files and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't remember. I'm sure I probably brought it up at some point. Even though timeline-wise, it wouldn't really... Well, actually, it would sync up. Around the time this came out, the revival was going on.
Thought I'd find you here.
Taking advice from Coulson's files. He said find a way to keep your feet on the ground and stay in touch with the people we fight for.
I do hope that the Deke that we brought back with us, I mean, obviously, how else would he be out here, So I'm going to assume that, with what we've learned or whatever, the impact only affects the timeline we saved, that we returned to, creating branches and whatnot. That's what I'm going to assume. Meaning whatever changes were affected only affect the timeline there and prevent it in the one they are currently in. And in the future, like with the kids they left behind and who are going to rebuild the planet and all that kind of stuff, like they're still there in that future. Like that can't be undone. And so Deke is still here, I'm going to assume, unaffected by any of the other alterations that might have come out of that as well. So he's probably still wandering the earth, experiencing the life he could never have before. So hopefully we'll just cross paths with him again. Otherwise, I don't know how we'd have him come back around again. I mean, unless, like I just mentioned too, in some roundabout way, we start diving into, obviously, I've already been kind of warned that this no longer really goes out of its way to reference the MCU or anything like that. So like, who knows what they might do, but we've already kind of flirted with time travel and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they're going to go their own little route and multiverses? I don't know. I mean, this guy's warping reality and came through this threshold of breach. Could it be like an incursion or whatever? They've said it's specific to this guy. But anyway, all stuff we're going to find out. Again, I need to get it out of my head while I'm thinking about it, or I'm probably going to forget to talk about it.
Don't say you're here on S.H.I.E.L.D. business. You just like the beers they have on tap.
Well, I'm glad you joined me for one.
Actually, I'm here on S.H.I.E.L.D. business. I'm close on a department head. I need you to get the yes.
Name the time and place.
Here, now.
Let's not bring him here, Melinda. This is my sacred space.
Damn, he called her Melinda.
Anyway, he's at the end of the bar.
Damn. Who's this fella?
This is Dr. Marcus Benson, Director of Natural Sciences at Culver University. Andrew's favorite teacher, then colleague, then friend.
Interesting.
You drove 2 hours to get here.
It's because of the university. They're canceling my classes and lightening my load. And I can't tell if it's because of this or this.
and admitted your drinking has gotten worse.
So you did spy.
It's what they do.
I used to share a cocktail with the love of my life. But when he died, this became a way to remember him. Or forget.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a double-edged sword then, isn't it?
We lost someone too. We tried to fill the hole he left behind to rebuild. But we need brains.
Are you talking plural? I only have the one.
Oh. S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy. Not overnight.
Oh.
We wouldn't open it for a year or two, but we need you to build it from the ground up. In his name.
A brand new S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s second chance.
Aww.
In the meantime, boogeymen?
We have some pressing questions.
In fields you only theorized could exist.
I'm too old, too fogged up for this.
Unfog.
Two of our brightest minds are in deep space. They can't make contact, and until they jump back, we need you on this, or innocent people will die.
Well, that's some pressure to throw on his shoulders, but he's also not wrong.
Did you say deep space?
Dude, that's not even the craziest thing we have to tell you right now, man. Like, come on. How long you gonna make me wait to see my boy?
I'm worried about Simmons. She's never let doubt creep in. I think it's partially because she'll totally lose it if she does.
We just gotta see if we can find any clues.
We found a launch mechanism. Maybe there was an escape pod or something.
I appreciate the bright side, but either way, it's time to head home.
I mean, one more week with Davis and you will find a dead body. His.
Yes, because one more week with you and I will definitely kill myself.
You guys never wavered. You stayed on when the rest of the crew got off. Thank you.
No.
This is a lot more than what you guys bargained for. And I think we will all benefit from getting back to familiar territory.
Sounds like they started off with a lot more people on this mission.
We need them. And they may need us.
No. That's heartbreaking, man. The hell?
Where's Tinker?
Didn't make it.
What do you mean didn't make it? What the hell happened?
Bad crossing.
Bad crossing.
You came through something they built here, a native structure.
He turned to concrete.
Oh, now he's a butterfly.
What?
And what about Sarge? He's coming soon.
Is his crossing clear?
Nope. It's a museum.
So is this unique to him? Because they came without him doing anything.
And blow it straight to hell.
What have we got ourselves into right now? So their theory on this guy seems to be a little off then. What's that?
An engraving? What is it?
It's the Ionian script. Translated, it means low temperature suspension chamber.
You learned to read Alien?
Of course. What have you been doing with the last year? Here. It must be where the chamber was made, and that's where Fitz would go. He was staring at it. He would have read it and headed there to find a way to freeze himself again.
That is, I mean, that's quite the hunch.
Davis, you set the coordinates and let's get ready to... What?
I said no. This is crazy. I want to find Fitz as much as anyone.
Wrong.
But we don't even...
Wrong.
We can refuel.
Don't talk tactics, he's family.
Yeah, other people have family too.
Wait, Davis is a kid, remember?
I haven't seen him in months.
We have to take a step back. The Zephyr is really banged up, and we don't know how many jumps we have left.
The Zephyr is banged up because everywhere we go, Quake leaves a wake of destruction.
Oh my goodness.
They need to respect how strong we are.
We're down to 4 people.
Exactly. That is the point. They don't know that.
That is a very good point.
The Confederacy.
How did they find us?
Simmons kill switch.
You handle electric hyper powered on the compressors.
I'm on it. It's a scout.
A destroyer.
If they didn't think we were so strong, maybe they'd send smaller ships.
Nah. I mean, that's a good point.
If we stay under the rings, we might go unnoticed.
We don't need to whisper. Sound can't travel in a vacuum.
It makes me feel better.
It also would make me feel better too.
Is it too late to turn down this job?
Wow, that is haunting right there, dude.
He has components.
Cybernetic?
Looks like. This on his neck? Tell me that's not a lens of some sort.
Oh, fuck!
It's coming.
What's coming?
But you could think.
What?
You didn't detect a heartbeat?
Heartbeat? He doesn't have a heart.
Yeah, fair. Very fair. What the fuck is that?
Tell me that's not a time bomb.
No. Time, yes. And a place.
Oh, they'll figure out where their meeting point is.
40.3 west.
Look at that, right in the ley line.
He got way too excited about that, but I get it. They were on to something.
Get out
Aww. Her balloon got away.
Time to make some ripples.
Make some ripples. They called him a butterfly, the guy that got frozen in the thing. Are they like time travelers? Well, he's a butterfly now, like a butterfly effect. Is that maybe how we're piggybacking off of the last season, maybe? I mean, that would also go along with the Ripple comment too, trying to like really shake up and change the events here, or I don't know, to what end? I don't know.
Looks like we've been spotted.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, you've always been dumb as a bag of bricks.
I'll put money on it.
Of course you will. Because if I win, we'll be dead and you won't have to pay me.
Look at you finally catching on.
It's hilarious.
Davis wins.
How? Oh my God. What a way to kick things off, man. Again, the S.H.I.E.L.D., this show always has these crazy jumps and starts off, jumping off points for the seasons, man. Oh, they've got one of these still hanging around.
Enter the coordinates for Earth. Let's get out of here. The coordinates are already locked in.
Simmons.
Oh, wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, whoa! What that? Whoa! That's something we can do now? They retrofitted that machine to allow the whole ass ship to jump? That's fucking wild. And based on that, it sounds like she reprogrammed it to take her to where they didn't want to go. Fun. I thought they were going to abandon ship and it was going to do what it does, what we've seen it do, and transports the people that grip it. I thought they were going to abandon the ship and then they would evacuate back to Earth. I guess that was the plan, was to punch a hole and take everything there, but I thought they were going to leave the ship. Whatever, you know what I meant.
Do you want to buy us some more time, Snowflake?
With pleasure.
What the fuck was that? What the hell? Why do those canisters look vaguely familiar, and I can't place it. But what was it with her slicing her? Oh, to sell this.
They have him! They'll kill him!
We got hostages!
I mean, it's working.
Don't worry. You'll be a butterfly.
You'll be a butterfly.
Get down!
What? Whoa! Okay. What on earth did it do? It seemed like a pulse of energy up into the sky, but then like pulled it back down to create this explosive punch. Oh, it's one of those tears like we saw earlier. Oh, whoa! Is this like an invasion from another timeline or another dimension, or they needed to punch a bigger hole? What? Don't give me another evil Fitz. Or do. I do enjoy it, but... I'm sorry. What?
You're from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Never heard of it.
Well, we still got Clark Gregg. It's got to be another fucking universe then, or I mean, I was gonna say another timeline. That's a move fucking thing to say. That's got to be it then, right? A whole other universe, timeline, whatever, semantics. He's never heard of S.H.I.E.L.D. What the fuck? I should have just fucking waited. I didn't realize we were that close to the end. Fitz? Yeah, it's Fitz. Another voice anywhere. What the hell? What the fuck? What the hell was that? Is his eyes like that because of what he injected himself with? Has he made modifications to himself? What the hell? Who knows how long he's been woken up, where he is. He's working with someone. He's learned. I think it's funny in that year, that goes back perfectly with what Simmons said. What did you do with your time or whatever? It's like, did you learn to speak alien? Yeah, I managed to do something with my time. And guess what? So did Fitz. They both learned alien. Whatever that language was. He learned to speak it, she learned to read it. That's a great, beautiful parallel between the two. But now it's just like, what? Again, how long has he been awake? What has he been up to this entire time? What is he currently doing? And while we didn't get him earlier in the episode, we at least didn't end the episode without him. But yeah, no Jeff Ward in this episode, but his name was in the opening credits, which at least I guess means he's going to be in this season. But what is going on? Like with this breach, like these people they've been tracking this one dude over the course of this who keeps, creating these rifts and these tears that only fall along the ley lines of the planet. Probably where the veil between reality is thinnest is in those areas, is where that energy pours out of and radiates from. So those are probably the weakest points, so that they can actually punch through. And we saw what happens when there's not a stable gap. But then they created one with that device, those bombs they planted, so they can bring more people through. And this whole talk of, oh, you're going to be a butterfly now. We got to create ripples. What's their goal? What's their aim? Again, it sounds like timeline talk, time traveler talk. But then we have this Phil Coulson who has never heard of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's not our timeline or even a timeline even remotely similar to ours. If that was the case, it looks almost post-apocalyptic, but they have this technology and he's out here. I don't even know to what end. We don't have enough information to accurately speculate about any of that whatsoever. I don't know what their goal is other than to create ripples. But why? Why would they come into this reality just to destroy? Unless they're looking to escape, to create a big enough ripple to punch through and either invade, take over, or just find refuge in? I don't fucking know, dude. It's wild that we did this year time skip and we're kind of picking the pieces together slowly as we go through the course of this, with the timeline of events that kind of unfolded when Simmons and the team went into space looking for Fitz. They've been up there for a year. They went with more people originally, but obviously all that time in space, nobody really wanted to keep going at it. So we're only down to these final 4, and now they've reached their breaking points. And, you know, now they've kind of created this thorn in their side, because Daisy makes a very good point. You know, like, you know, Jim, what did she say? It was like, our ship wouldn't be so banged up if you weren't out there quaking everything every time we stumbled into some hostile territory. But, I mean, she made a good point. You know, when you're out here to have the leverage that they have without any currency, without anything to trade or to offer to these people when they're out, you know, trying to figure out where Fitz is, the only thing they can do is flex. And it makes them feel like they actually have leverage. And they do. It's Quake. Quite clearly, it's her and her powers. But like, it does, like, you know, it does put a target on their back, and a target it did put, because these Confederacy ships they're sending out these juggernaut ass ships after them, because they are now seen as such a big threat. When it's just like it's a double-edged sword, man. Like it's like, I get it. There is a necessity to what Daisy is doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be getting anywhere with interrogating anyone. They'd have nothing to bargain with, no reason for anybody to comply. So, like, I get it. And then it just kind of, but yeah, it does invite this kind of retaliation now that they're out in space, where the Earth is not part of the Confederacy whatsoever. So we're out there fucking and destabilizing within not international waters, or no, like the waters of a whole other, like, amalgam of entities that we don't even know how to play with whatsoever. We're just kind of out there running around like kids jumping into their neighbor's backyard and just fucking shit up. It's going to invite some ire, and yes, it did. But tensions are high, and Jim is like desperate for obvious reasons. But she's got a clue. She feels strongly about it, but everybody is just so ready to go back. But she made that choice for them all. Mac and Yo-Yo are not working out, but Mac is really excelling at being director here. Things are, you know, we're working on building a new academy. We're bringing in this guy to help while Fitz and Simmons are out off in space somewhere. Bringing this guy in who's the smartest man around, who could possibly fill their shoes, even slightly. You know, we're recruiting him, and then also, like, the quid pro quo of it all is that you'd get to help us instate and build and cultivate our new S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy. You know, so there's all that, and then, like, there's all this craziness going on there. You know, there's the memory of Coulson that everybody's kind of dealing with, because just the fact that May is around obviously means that his timeline has expired. And the way that the box and the recordings of Coulson on the box is things that Max still goes to console, and it's just a lot of fun seeing all these things and how we got into, like, just kind of like the way they've moved the timeline in such a broad way, but still allowed us piecemeal the story and the things we missed really efficiently throughout. It was a lot of fun. And it's just, again, this show does such a good job with all of their premieres, just really just throwing you like the craziest curveball you could possibly get. And curveball it did. It curved all the way around. And I don't know what the fuck we're witnessing right now. We're dealing with space invaders from an alternate reality and everything in between at the moment. So I have to assume, though, the Deke is going to show back up, or a Deke. I don't know. I mean, it could just be Jeff Ward and another, you know, twist of reality from Coulson's this Coulson's timeline. Or we could maybe, you know, recross the roads with, or cross paths with, the one that, you know, went off to go sightseeing here. I'm curious about that. I mean, otherwise, like I said, like, his name was in the opening credits, so I assume then he is going to be a recurring character this season. I now don't know if I saw Clark Gregg's name pop up on there. Obviously, I saw it when he was directing, but honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I just happened to look over and look down and see Jeff Ward's name pop up there. I don't remember if I saw Clark Gregg's on there. So I'm glad I didn't have that spoiled at all by the opening sequence, because a lot of TV shows and stuff like that, because it would happen in Arrow and The Flash and all that kind of stuff, like the opening little, like, things at the bottom of the screen where it's listing off the guest stars and all that would spoil so many surprises throughout the run. So I'm glad I missed that because I was not prepared. But like I said, we got him back, but just not our Coulson. So we're not without Clark Gregg, though. He directed this episode, and he directed his ass off in this episode. He did a really good job. This was a solid fucking episode. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what is in front of us at this point. Anyway, let's go to Patreon. Oh, God, this is long. Holy shit. Katie, relax. Katie, not a question, more of an info dump. Apologies for the long post, but I wanted to share some fandom lore by introducing the World of S.H.I.E.L.D. synopsis. This eventually ends up relating to this episode, just stick with me here. S.H.I.E.L.D. synopsis was a series of parody summaries by Reddit user Not a Creepish from when the show was still premiering. There weren't really summaries at all, but parody universe retellings made with the episode screenshots and fake dialogue text. The characters had altered personalities and or exaggerated traits that stayed consistent across episodes and the synopsis of their long-running gags and side plots. It sounds like Team 4-Star, like that trend on YouTube of like so-and-so abridged, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, Dragon Ball abridged. Like where it's kind of like that. It sounds like that, but like in Reddit format, which I've never heard of before. The synopsis became so popular that apparently some of the cast and crew knew about them, including Chloe Bennett. The show even referenced them in season 5 as a bit of fan service in the season already full of fan service. In the synopsis, Sky/Daisy said, "Wow, rude." At least once every episode, which season 5 referenced the Devil Complex, in which Fitz pushes her away from the computer, she responds, "Wow, rude." That's funny. That's cute right there, man. That'd be like if in Dragon Ball Goku actually said muffin button. Or dodge! Anyway, sorry, getting off a little tangent. But by the most infamous character was Synopsis Simmons. In the Synopsis universe, Gemma Simmons was chaotic evil, oh God, incarnate. An unhinged psychopath sadist who thought morality was overrated and whose solution to everything was involved murder. With the exception of Fitz, she'd happily kill anyone on the team given the chance, especially Daisy. She really wanted to kill Daisy. I need to look at these things once I'm done with the show. I think that might be a fun thing to kind of dive into. A running gag was the characters would often tell her, "Jimmy, no!" To which she would excitedly respond, "Jimmy, yes." Synopsis Fitz, meanwhile, was her clinical depressed handler, tasked with reining in her impulses and keeping her body count to a minimum. Ironically, the real show started to mirror the parody. Fitz went from comic relief in season 1 to being the brooding self-loathing, while Simmons started to lean into the chaos, whether it was wanting to blow up Ward in season 2 or running reckless experiments to prove she was invincible in season 5. The latter scene, Fitz even says, "Gemma, no," and she enthusiastically responds, "Yes," which was close enough to a reference as far as I'm concerned. All that is to say, Fitz's death clearly messed Gemma up because this episode is prime Synopsis Simmons material. Lines such as, "I'm not an expert on beryllium anatomy, but when I cut into your corpse, I will be." Yeah, dude, that was dark as shit right there, dude. And are what we call Gemma yes moments. As moments like this, in live discussion threads, fans would instantly comment Gemma no, while others responded with Gemma yes. At this point, the parody version might as well have been part of the show, and just to complete the circle, Synopsis Coulson was obsessed with punk rock, and in season 6 we actually get leather-clad punk rock Coulson lookalike with his own punk posse. If you want to check them out, I suggest starting with my personal favorites, the synopsis for season 1's Turn, Turn, Turn. Be sure to click view more images as they don't all load at once. Additionally, here's a character summary of the AU versions of the cast. And here's a complete index of the available synopsises. Note that the synopsis stopped during season 4, and a lot of them have unfortunately been lost to link rot. But a decent amount of the links still work. That is some crazy shit. That's some crazy fandom lore that gets so bombastic that it gets kind of incorporated in a fun way like that. That's awesome, man. This is one of those things where it's just like where I'm coming into this after the show's done, after all of this. It's just like you had to be there moments, you know? And that's damn, dude, that's fucking wild. And yeah, now, like, like you said, they kind of stopped after a point. It is kind of wild that the show kind of manifested into that. And now we're seeing this alternate, like you said, this punk rock Coulson. When he came punching through, I immediately thought of Terminator. That was my first thought. Like, maybe on this universe or whatever, he's like their John Connor of sorts. But I don't fucking know yet. I'm excited. That's some fun little nuggets. That's actually all we got right now was all of that. So thank you, Katie. That really was a lot of fun to read. Definitely worth it. So I'm not mad about the lengthiness of the post, so don't fret there. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this, man. I know these seasons are smaller. Like, how short's this season? Like, what's the episode count? It's 13? 13 down from 22? It's a pretty big cut, but I'm excited to see how it affects the storytelling, like if it does at all. So I am very excited to see what is in store for us, because this first episode was unfucking hinged, and I'm giddy over all of it, man. I do love how far everybody has evolved, like you mentioned, like you pointed out. You know, I'm excited to see how that holds true for everybody else, you know, or not, you know, just what's in store, you know, with you know, the space adventures, the journey to find Fitz, and then whatever the hell is going on back home, where seems like we've got some fun stuff ahead of us. So that's all I got, guys. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll get in the conversation after the video. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, if you want to get early access, or if you want to submit your own comments and questions for me to read at the end of these videos, you can do all that over there as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Lily Chan Sun, and Adriana Melee. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support some of the rescues we've been taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help, and as always, I want to thank all of our channel legends. You guys are absolutely amazing, as well as everybody who's been supporting the channel along the way. You know, guys over on the Patreon and here on YouTube. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.